crazy.
I fucked a girl with a lava lamp.
No.
What, dude?
No, but it wasn't hot, right? That would ruin your.
It was hot. We got Sara Weinshenk in the building. Just yesterday when we recorded, we had her podcast co-host Kim Congdon on the show, and now we got you.
Hell yeah.
It's the first time I've ever had somebody come like the day before. It feels like you almost like scouted things out.
I was like, I got to see what this is about. I don't know what the fuck I'm signing up for. Let's see Kim do a little rehearsal. I get the gist of it. Come back with my game face on.
Well, we said during the Kim interview, because we were talking about her being a Puerto Rican Irish, you are Puerto Rican, Irish, and Jewish.
Yes.
Which is like the holy trinity of like, don't fuck around.
Yeah, but also you're like a firecracker, the popsicles, because like usually like one thing overtakes someone. Yeah. You gotta like. I can see it all.
You can get a little bit of
good way, though.
Yeah,
in a very good way.
You're like the dress. Like depends what angle I'm looking at it.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, it's like I have a temper and I'm neurotic, and if I drink, I don't stop. So I get a little bit of each of it. Yeah.
That's funny though to think of like it's like, oh, you Puerto Rican girl. Like in this moment you're being Puerto Rican right now or whatever.
No, yeah, I could be Puerto Rican as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine, and then I get pissed. I start doing this thing with my head and the hands,
taking rings off.
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, and then I act out, and then the neuroses afterward takes over. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'm so anxious about the way I behaved. I don't know who I think I am. It's like a shame spiral.
What do you think the most Irish part of you is?
Interesting. I think.
Do you just take your emotions and feelings and just like shove them all down, or no?
Yeah, is that an Irish thing?
Oh yeah, Irish guilt, like. For sure.
Yeah.
But see, usually it's Irish Catholic guilt.
Well, the thing
You're
that's
Irish Jewish, so like maybe it's more Catholic.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the Catholicism is the guilt.
Got stepped on a little bit.
But the thing that got fucked up is that I went to Catholic school, even though I'm a Jew.
Are you a Jew for Jesus?
No, I'm not a Jew for Jesus.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
Celebrate Christmas, yeah.
You're a Jew for Jesus.
But like I feel.
I mean, you're not
if
like
you
hardcore
say you're
shit,
Jew for Jesus, it has a connotation.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't want to be associated with that connotation.
Fuck them.
So
fuck the Jews for Jesus.
Fuck the Jews for Jesus.
But Jews for Jesus is like, no. You don't get, like, that's just like, I picked the best of both worlds and shit. Like, if you believe in JC, then you can't really be Jewish.
When I first went to New York, I saw the Jews for Jesus, and I was like, because my last name's Feidelberg, but I was raised Catholic, and I was like, oh, I'm home.
Sign me up.
This is what. And then I mentioned that to someone, and they were like, "Don't say that out loud to anybody else."
There was a kid in like second grade, or like in elementary school, and he was Jewish, and he was saying he celebrates Christmas and like believes in Jesus. And I remember like other little kids being like, "Nah, fuck that. That's fucking terrible." A bunch of 8-year-olds being like, "No, you either believe in him or you don't."
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, no, as a kid, we didn't really celebrate Hanukkah. It was more Christmas.
But did you do a bat mitzvah?
I didn't. No.
So
No. So I'm like Jewish. Yeah. I grew up with a bunch of Jews in the Valley in Los Angeles. There's a big Jewy thing going on.
I feel like
you should steal that from Blackish and be like, we're Jewish.
Yeah, hell
Jewish
yeah.
works. I think that could definitely play, or it could end horribly.
Yeah. Oh, I was making a joke. I think it'll end horribly. I don't think you should do that.
So no holidays Jewish, no sacraments Jewish. So it's just like the neuroticness.
Just the neuroticness, and then I just did Rosh Hashanah. It's my dad's side.
So that's weird. Why would you do that and not Hanukkah?
I don't know.
Rosh Hashanah sucks.
Well, no, I just did Rosh Hashanah this year with my friends because I felt like eating latkes and having apples with honey.
Hell yeah.
I said, let's
That's
do
what
it.
those holidays are for.
Well, I mean, today is we have a Jew here on Yom Kippur, or Yom Kippur, as they say.
Yeah.
Do you know what's happening on Yom Kippur?
You like go home and don't do anything, right?
Yeah, but do you know what Manhattan did?
What?
Manhattan, and Paz was the one telling me this, so he'd be better breaking it down. Manhattan put a fishing line around the whole island
to capture the Jews.
So it makes it like technically you're still in your home. So it's like kind of a cheat code.
That's genius. The Jews in Manhattan.
The Jews are always one step ahead.
like it's technically the island is your home, so you can go out and do stuff.
I could see some Jews like putting like a bubble, like wearing those umbrellas that have a bubble, and be like, "This is my home. I can go anywhere I want now. I can go to work. I can go to the." Let me Google this.
That's insane.
And
you're not allowed to eat today.
You heard the fishing line stuff, right?
Fishing line,
so what is it? It's the.
So I know, like on some holy holidays,
a fishing line and
you're not allowed to leave your apartment, and this connects like
everything.
To the outer city.
It's called an eruv, E-R-U-V, an eruv encircles Manhattan to allow observant Jews to leave home on the Sabbath. It might be the most expensive thing in the world.
What?
Manhattan? No. It's the most expensive eruv, whatever this thing is. I was like, what? How expensive is it be? It's a fishing line that's tied around the island. It attaches to posts around the perimeter of the city from 1st Street to 126th. The string is part of an eruv, and a Jewish symbolic enclosure.
127th. You're like, gotta be fucking kidding me.
If someone was feeling vindictive, couldn't they just take scissors and cut the fish line?
Yeah. Good luck committing a hate crime against Jewish people in Manhattan.
Dude, not good.
I would love to cut the eruv.
Dude, that's so fucked up, though.
I'd have one of those the big scissors that they do like the ribbon cuttings, and I would just be like, you all gotta go home.
But it would be like, I don't know what the crimes or what the penalties for being outside your home.
You die. They
Yom
kill
Kippur
you.
are. But like, it's almost like one of those things where like I tricked you into committing a sin. like to come like. In my mind, I'm going to hell.
I'm burning now.
Like for the rest of my life, I have to live on the assumption because of some dick with a big pair of scissors, I'm going to hell.
How about this, though? They established this idea 2,000 years ago to allow Jews to more realistically follow the laws of the Sabbath. 2,000 years ago, that shit was like brand new.
Yeah.
Like, I understand them like violating it now because this is ridiculous. I got to go to work. I got to make money. You know, the markets don't stop, you know. But 2,000 years ago, this shit was just fucking like popping off.
It is funny too to be like to acknowledge the ridiculousness of it, but I'm gonna continue following.
They're like, we're in a loophole. They found a loophole. Yeah. Jews love a loophole.
I know.
And we love that about them.
It's like, are you observant or are you like truly Jewish?
Yeah,
right.
I
mean? Like, you either sit at home or you come up with some fucking MacGyver shit.
But there's also if you're acknowledging that like we need to find a loophole because this is so silly and so.
How about you just don't do it?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, why does one part of your brain go? Maybe if this part's silly.
Well, that's like girls
silly.
who fuck in the ass and say they're a virgin.
Yeah.
It is the same exact thing.
It's like it's a loophole that.
But those are young children.
Yeah,
these are adults making these decisions.
Well, like, Catholicism has that too. Like I feel like the week before I knew I would have to go to confession because they made us do that at Catholic school. I would do a bunch of bad things, and then I'd be like, "It's fine. I just confess them." Yeah, punch my sister and shit, and then be like, "I don't know."
It's all good. I said sorry.
I
said a couple Hail Marys. I'm done. This says. I knew this. You can't carry your house keys or your wallet. You can't push a baby stroller.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, because you can't exert yourself in any way.
So I'd have my dog pull my baby stroller. I don't have a dog or a baby.
I'd kidnap both.
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line on exerting, though? It's like, you know,
I'm walking.
Yeah, I can't do anything here. So yeah, it's allowed. I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Imagine a whole day cooped up in Manhattan with a toddler and no electricity. You might be going a little bonkers. So, but that's the point of the fuck. If you're gonna celebrate it, the whole point is to like suffer a little bit, which is why religion's so good.
Or
the Jews, the Catholics love the suffering.
But Passover, I don't know if you've sat through a Seder.
Those are terrible, right?
That shit's terrible. They're like dipping parsley in salt water to taste the tears of their ancestors.
Oh. What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm like, that's another level of mental illness.
Yeah, it really is though. It's like a lot of this shit. I'm like, do whatever you want to do if you feel it makes you feel good. You know, higher power, you're not scared to die because you're going to go, whatever your fucking reason for doing it is, cool. But like, but if we're being honest and you want to have a real conversation about it, you're all behaving like crazy people.
Yeah.
This is so goddamn childish that you're going to not eat this or not touch that or not open a door because you think that, you know, the magical wizard's going to fucking hurt you or something, like put you in hell, I don't know, whatever. Shut up.
Yeah, I
shut
agree.
up. This is just me offending all the religions, but it's like, just shut up.
Well, I think all of religions are allowed to be offended because they all are offended by the mere existence of Scientology.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's not that. I mean,
they're doing the same shit.
Just
different.
It's just newer, guys. It's just as ridiculous.
Just as silly.
Have you guys passed the Scientology Center in Los Angeles ever?
No, I've seen like Going
here.
Clear and stuff like that, but I know what it looks like, but I've never driven past it.
It's fucking crazy. I used to live by it, and you just see all these people like walking like they seem brainwashed and like catatonic, and it's crazy.
It sounds like it was like walking through Philly, but there's some perks.
that is where I think Scientology, because like you want to talk about brainwash, like everybody in every religion is pretty brainwashed.
Yeah,
but Scientology does seem to have a level where it's like, I think they drug you, because it does seem like they're like not. Or like they give you like a lobotomy or something. They're just
like
weird.
Sleep deprived or something.
Yeah. They're just like very like out of it.
What was that in Going Clear, the HBO documentary from call it 8 years ago? There's like they had like a recorder in a room while they just like beat the shit out of someone, and it was like a prison beating. Like around. I think I watched it a long time ago, so I might be misremembering. But they had like a pillowcase like full of shit, just like beating the bag out of like I think kids, if I'm not mistaken. Well, yeah, it was a little different.
I remember Bill Burr was like, Scientology's not so bad. He's like, what? You upset a sitcom actress from the '90s? What's the big deal? Leah Remini tweeted him being like, it's so much worse than that. Like, please don't minimize my struggle. That girl was like almost fucking raped and murdered, and he's like, no big deal.
I think that it is no big deal. I agree. Because also you can say like Catholicism is no big deal, and you get a lot of kids going, don't ruin my drama. Please.
I was gonna say I think the Catholicism probably has much worse and far-reaching badness.
Yeah,
like I think at the very top of Scientology.
Oh yeah, that's what we were comparing body counts. And Catholicism, we got you. You got Crusades, everyone beat by a lot.
The fucking raping.
Catholicism
killed more people than anything in the world.
Needs to chill out. I remember the first time I saw Jesus nailed to a cross, I was like, my parents were trying to send me.
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 4.5.
Okay.
My parents were about to send me to kindergarten, and I had never seen Jesus before. And
please tell me.
They take me to the preschool or the kindergarten interview, and I see Jesus bleeding out on the cross, and I say, who is this yucky man? And my mom's like, shh, that's our God.
Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I was like, what? Who's this yucky man bleeding out, nailed to the fucking cross? And then I remember in Catholic school, they made us reenact the Stations of the Cross. So someone played Jesus, and they had to fake nail him to the cross. I was pissed because I wanted to be the Virgin Mary. I didn't get to.
I'll get the lead role. God
I was
damn
like,
it.
what are the women in the background that gives Jesus like a towel? I think
those were literally whores, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a whore.
You wanted to be Virgin Mary, you ended up with whore 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I've told this story before on the show, but I have a 6-year-old daughter, and she came home and was like, why did they nail him to the cross? And I said, that's just like a picture. That's not real. And she was like, okay. And then, like, a second later, she's like, but I saw the picture of the nails. And I was like, fuck. And why are you teaching fucking 4-year-olds this? Like, why is anybody being taught this? It's
the Crown of Thorns.
It's so crazy.
It's sick.
Again, when we, you see, this has been said a million times before, but, like, you see other fanatical religions, and we're like, that's sick. It's like, is it any more sick than the Crown of Thorns and the nailing of the guy and the stabbing of his...
But even, I think the worst one's the cat of nine tails because it sounds cute.
Yeah, and it's not.
Yeah, like, ooh, a cat of nine tails. What's that look like? And then you're like, it's for ripping the skin off a man's back.
Did you go to church?
Yeah, we went to church, but my dad didn't. He was a good Jew. He sat at home, ate bagels. That was the vibe. My parents were like, we're going to church, but you can just take what you want from it. But Catholic school was cheaper than just plain private school in Los Angeles. Hell yeah. Get a good education. Sure, you got to see a man bleeding out. But you'll be smart.
Who is the Puerto Rican?
My mom.
Your mom.
My mom's Puerto Rican and Irish.
What's her maiden name? Is it like
Morales?
She's like hardcore Puerto Rican?
Yeah, she's okay. So like my grandma had milk white skin and bright red hair, and she didn't know her dad. My mom is very olive. Oh, interesting. So, lucky. But we know he is Puerto Rican. But her family told her that she was Italian because Puerto Rican was like not a good thing if you're Irish. Like, no, you can't.
You can be a Guinea, but you can't be a Puerto Rican.
Irish and Italian. I figure those are two at odds.
No, I think Irish and Italian is a great mix.
Yeah.
As much as I make fun of the eye ties, a lot of the Italian. Irish combinations, I think, is like pretty girls or families that are pretty cool, but also like you can cook and like you know, like all, you know, some of the good stuff of both. And then you can also take the worst stuff, and it's like, okay, like you're fat and greasy and you beat your wife. It's like, there's a whole problem. But yeah, I mean, until further notice, that trio is like top dog in my mind.
Hell
yeah. How'd you link up with Kim?
Kim and I both did Kill Tony, the podcast. We were regulars on that show. And so every week for about 2 years, we had to write a minute of stand-up. And we were newer comics. And we had to perform it in in front of a panel full of our heroes.
Dude, Kill Tony is one of the hardest things I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how people do that.
Yeah, it helps. It made me callous for sure because I'm telling jokes in front of Doug Stanhope. I've been doing stand-up like maybe 2 years, so I'm just bombing in front of all of my heroes, and it's on a podcast. And
they kind of like let you have it, right? They're not like
they let you have it. They make you a better comic for sure.
Right.
It
it's
definitely
like tough love.
It was like boot camp in a lot of ways, and then Kim and I helped each other, and we started really connecting. In that, like,
how long ago? So you met?
We
like,
trauma bonded.
Yeah. But you guys were like adults when you.
Yeah. We met about I guess adults.
But yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't like, oh, I know her from like high school or like way back when we were younger or something like that.
No, and like I grew up in LA, so there's not a lot of Puerto Ricans in LA, so I never really knew another Puerto Rican until besides my mom until I met Kim.
Cool.
Which is weird.
So the trauma bond and the Puerto Rican bond. Yeah, there you go. Are you guys roommates or no?
We're not roommates. Okay. Luckily.
Yeah, that's why
we kill each other.
I just, you know, girl friendships just baffle me. I'm always waiting. It feels like a ticking time bomb. At any moment, you guys are gonna go out to like kill each other or that with the hearing something Puerto Rican's about to be said. Well, this bitch. Let me tell you.
This bitch. No, we are really honest with each other.
Wait, what do these say?
They say princess because I'm a douchebag. That's right.
Okay, you're really honest with each other. Yeah.
We're really honest with each other. So if she's pissing me off, I'll be like, "You're pissing me off." We're not really catty girls. We're more in our masculine energy because I probably think it's from hanging out with male comics all the time.
Sure.
I'm like, "You're being a cunt, and I need you to fucking stop. And if you don't stop, I'm not going to talk to you." Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, she's like, "I'm sorry, I was being a cunt." And I'm like, "It's fine."
That's actually one of the more healthy
I've
setups I've ever heard.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, nice. Must be nice to express emotion like that.
Yeah. So everything kind of just gets said, so it works.
I feel like with guys, we don't even do that because I feel like we don't even care. About being a cunt part. I just be like, I don't know, I was being a dick today.
Yeah, I'm usually I just need a nap. This is usually what, because I'm not even a guy. I'm a baby, and so like I take on where I'm like, if you're being annoyed, it's not because they're being annoying. It's because you're either hungry or you need a nap.
Are you a monster when you get hungry?
Am I? I don't think I'm ever a monster. I think I'm a real sweet boy. But
no, he's not a monster. He's a baby.
Yeah,
like
he's a baby.
If we. Like today, it might come out because we were just recording for like an hour before you. And then we have you, and then we have Maddie Smith, and then we have to finish up that episode, and then we're going to talk to a girl here. A lot of chicks today. This is a chick day. Number one feminist podcast in the country right here.
That's right.
And then we talk to our girl Kelly, who works here. So we're going to wrap up around like 5 o'clock today. And when we finish, John's going to be... You're going to think that he went to war.
He's going to need to be breastfed.
Pop a titty out. His eyes get like heavy, and he usually starts to kind of like go like this and like mess up his hair. So by the end of it, he's like, and he'll be like, "I'm done." And then he'll be like, "Yo, we got to like do some ad reads." And he's like, no. So, but he's a baby. He's like when he a baby and or like a girlfriend where it's like, if I don't feed this bitch, they're gonna fucking.
I'm gonna have to eat.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have to order some food
because we need like an IV for you. Of like mashed up like like a smoothie that's just going into your veins. Big recording days. We had a couple big cancellations recently. They were supposed to do this big thing at a music festival over the weekend, but the hurricane ruined it, which was a sad like cancellation because it was gonna be a big fun thing, but also it meant like the whole weekend opened up. And then yesterday before Kim, we were supposed to do like an 11 a.m. interview, and that got canceled. And it was like, the dopamine rush of like now we don't have to work for a couple hours or the whole weekend.
Nothing better than when somebody cancels.
Best.
The
Especially
worst,
if it's not your fault. Like if it's you canceled on me and it's like, oh,
and you don't need the episode. The worst is what for me, because I'm not as productive. I'm not as organized as you guys. Like,
well, we're not organized. People around us are organized.
Yeah.
Credit to all these guys.
Like sometimes I'll be like, fuck, I need an episode for tomorrow. And then a comic will be like, yeah, I can do it. And then, oh shit, I'm still in bed. What's happening? How are you still in bed? It's 3. You're a fucking loser. You have nothing else going on. Just spit in my face. What's happening?
I had that. You're talking about cancellations today, where like I had a buddy reach out to me. I was supposed to go to. I'm from Boston. I like hockey. The Bruins are playing the Rangers tonight in preseason game, and I had a buddy be like, "Yo, we still on for tonight?"
You were gonna wait, what?
And
you were gonna go to Philly or Boston? You said
no, at MSG.
Oh, it's at the Garden.
Yeah.
Even going to the Garden for a preseason game, you're crazy.
He's Irish, and he thought it was like a big thing that he got the tickets, and so he's like, "You want to come?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, I'm in. And then today I was like...
I don't follow. He's Irish, so he thought that preseason hockey tickets is a big deal?
I think he was like, I know it's preseason. He's like, but I got Bruins tickets. Like, it's great seats. And I was like, yeah, like, that's cool. Like, you know, he's probably never been to a hockey game before.
Sure.
And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm in. And then this morning I was like, buddy, it's raining out.
I was just... when it rains, it's like... somebody just... I think maybe Kelly Higgs did tweet about it. When it rains, we should all know. Rain equals rain check. It's called a rain check for a reason. Fucking see you next week, man. And it's like sprinkling. It's like, well, still sucks.
Yeah. But I think when it rains in Los Angeles, people just shut down. People can't drive. Everyone acts full idiot because it's mostly sunny.
You would think that we'd be like rainproof, but the subways stop running. I mean, if it really rains, the subways like fucking flood. But the subways all of a sudden are off schedule. And the traffic gets crazy. It's like, it's not like you're driving really fast on the highway, so the rain needs to slow you down. We're all driving stop and go like 10 seconds at a time anyway. Yeah. Fuck, rain doesn't matter at all. But I mean, it's crazy that it's in the modern world, all the shit that we like can do and accomplish. When it rains, people are like, no, we are shutting down for the day. No work. It's raining outside.
Everyone acts like they're made of sugar. Like, go out.
Are you? How long were you in LA versus New York?
How long have I been in LA?
Like you grew up in LA.
I grew up in LA.
And then so you've only been in New York for like a few years, I'm assuming?
No, I'm just visiting.
Oh, you're just visiting.
I'm visiting because we're opening for Joey Diaz on Saturday.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So we came to do a bunch of pods this whole week, and we did our podcast live last night, and we're doing a bunch of different things.
Where did you do the podcast live?
We did at the Stand last night.
Dope.
It was so fun.
A little like skanks type vibe?
Kind of, yeah. With bubbles and pink lights.
Yeah.
Oh, so really not very skink-like at all.
Very much the vibe.
but same room.
That was this bitch.
This bitch.
The podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and Joey, how'd you link up with him?
Joey has done our podcast before. He called us and likes it a lot. And so his cannabis company actually sponsors our podcast. Dope. And so... we got on. He called us and was like, "I'm doing a residency in New York. Do you want to come open for me
get him in here.
on October 8th?" He's the best.
And like we've talked about it, and we've been in contact, and we just haven't like done it yet.
I've also been smoking his cannabis recently.
Laughing gas.
It's like the purple and blue.
Yeah.
It is. It is quite something.
Yeah.
It will send you to the fucking moon.
To the fucking moon.
And
like it is.
He can fucking put down, like a full bag of it. Smokes like a full blunt, and he's like, man, nothing.
Yeah,
I take like 4 hits.
Yeah.
And then like stamp it out.
He does like legit.
You were here yesterday when I was like going through my meal. That was because I smoked Joey's weed.
Yeah.
That meal. I have PTSD and acid reflux from hearing about it.
Call that a meal. That was like
a binge.
I don't even know what that was.
Yeah. Last night I had a salad though.
Oh, good.
That makes up for it.
Yeah. I also had a pint of ice cream and a bowl of cereal, but...
I can't even imagine.
You should be much fatter than you are.
Both of us. Yeah.
It is.
Deathly afraid of the day that the metabolism like really stops, and then it's just like...
As a woman, ever since 6th grade, I've had to watch what I eat, especially as a woman in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'll have a salad. Yeah. Like, if I really went for it, I'd be double this size. This is me trying.
That does suck. Because even though I'm fat and gross, like I don't like myself, I'm like, I know that yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of like whatever.
Who are you deserves to like themselves?
But I do feel like if I really, it's like I can't really let it go much more than I already am.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Like I don't know what else. It's just like, well, when my body decides to start getting fat, you know. I don't know.
Fuck it.
I used to be like 20 pounds lighter than I am right now, though, and it's.
But
like,
you look the same.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it doesn't really look that different. So, who fucking cares?
And you're a man. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
You could be
of
fat.
course,
You could
but
be so fat and have like the hottest chick. Like the rules don't apply.
No.
Unless
That's your fault.
I know.
Don't fuck fat guys.
We're
and they won't be
lowering our
fat.
standards.
You are. Guys are like, I mean,
They're nice.
I put on 20 pounds and I was like, well, this isn't great. But I thought to myself, I was like, but does it really matter? And I was looking at the results. It doesn't. It's like same amount of girls, same amount of dates, same amount of fun, same amount of sex, same amount of like nothing changed. So I was like, now maybe if I did another 20 and another 20, it would be very different. But like the first 20, I was kind of like, well, you guys are not making me. So
I mean, for me, the worst thing is having to weigh myself.
Why?
Like-
But why do you do it?
Well, I like to know.
Why?
Every once in a while. I check in every 6 months. I don't do it every day because that's mentally ill. And
semi-annual weighing.
yes. And sometimes I get on there and then
Are
I go,
you like this? Like one of
yeah. I go like that. And then I go, well, that can't be right. Let me get off.
broken. It's
Let me get off and then get back on. So I did that.
When I take out my iPhone and my keys. Like, okay, it changed 3 ounces, dude. Great.
Yeah. No, I also thought maybe that the surface I was weighing myself on was uneven.
Sure. Yeah.
So I took it.
Batteries aren't in right, whatever.
I moved it from the carpet to a hardwood floor. Same
Same
result.
shit.
I was like, okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with what's underneath the scale. It's only about what's on top of it. Weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
I think scales should be outlawed. I don't think you should ever weigh yourself ever. I think I weighed myself once recently, which was probably 6 months ago, and I was just in a gym and I just wanted to see what I weighed, and that scale ended up being very broken. That was when I was in New Orleans.
A lot of broken scales.
It really was. He said I was like 245 pounds, something like that.
I remember being like, it's like, you fat, because it was an old one and had the thing that goes. Like, it wasn't the numbers; it had like a little ticker thingy.
But in place of scales, should just be full length mirrors. And you should just look at it naked, and you should go, okay. It doesn't.
See, no,
the number doesn't matter.
I disagree though, because like you can be in pretty good shape, and that's not gonna look good.
Oh, I disagree. I think
You think you're hot naked?
I think I look better naked than I do with clothes on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you then.
Yeah, it must be nice.
I think I look terrible with clothes. I see like the way my tits hang and shit like that. I'm like,
Well,
oh.
guess what? We see the way your tits hang when your shirt's off.
It doesn't look as bad. I look like in the mirror naked every single day. It doesn't look as bad as when I put clothes on.
I definitely look. I mean, when I'm naked, it is like, yikes.
I put my mirror.
I think at least.
I put my mirror on a slant. That's a trick.
Turns
Yeah.
like a fun house.
Yeah, it's like I look
Oh, like
long
wobbly.
and lean. Let's go. It's good enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially like the for me at least, like the paleness comes into effect too. Like when you're naked.
Oh, you gotta get some tinting moisturizer.
Some tinting moisturizer.
Do you use that?
Fucking
motherfuckers,
right,
him
yeah.
and our other producer, they're on tinting moisturizer.
You don't think I have my Jergens natural glow on right now?
They come in looking like
Crazy.
this fucking
Hell yeah.
bottle of whiskey during the summer. And it's like
No.
borderline blackface. And they're fucking Jergens.
Getting canceled from Jergens.
Yeah. I did accidentally when I were in Chicago. I bought the one for dark toned skin, and that one juiced me up pretty good.
Can I tell you what I did for prom? I went with an Indian guy. I got a spray tan.
You try to match him?
I got level 3.
Oh no.
I was darker than him.
No way.
Like if that photo resurfaced, I
You're
could
done.
for sure get.
What did he say?
You have to move to Canada with
I
Trudeau.
mean, he said nothing. We hooked up. It was fine. He wasn't like, "Whoa, you look really tan," but all
like,
you
whoa,
could see was my
yours
teeth
bleeds.
and the whites of my eyes.
When I went to prom, it was like 2003. So this is like primo. I'm a white teenager who wants to be a black rapper, loving like that whole era of rap music, and I went in a tuxedo that is like strictly for like rappers to wear. Like it was.
You went in
like
Melo's draft outfit?
Yes, yeah. It was. I went like an NBA draft day outfit, like a long ass jacket, like way well below my weight, like down, like not to my knees.
You were
but,
one like with the fucking tails?
Not tails, but just
not even tails, dude.
I mean, it was probably like split, but not like tails. No.
Oh my!
It was like
God.
a long. It was almost like a priest jacket or something. There's something that's like long like that, and it had. It was.
It haunts you.
I don't know why. Like my parents wouldn't. Like my mom should have just been like, in general, like for Christmas and shit, my mom would buy like me and my brother those sort of clothes, rather than being like, we're going to J. Crew. You know? I was sending her like to like the fucking mall in the hood to buy like, you know, fucking Rockaware for Christmas. Like,
but if she would have given you a J. Crew sweater, you would have been so
fuck
pissed.
Yeah. She's like, all right, I'll let you dress like an idiot for like 4 years.
Yeah, it's like getting
Do you want another
puzzle.
throwback jersey from Mitchell and Ness? You fucking loser. I mean,
Dude,
it was dark for a while.
When we went to prom, I dressed normal because I'm normal. But
When you have to say
dress
you're
like-
normal,
Yeah.
you're not.
Maybe on prom night you did, but I'll pull up some other pictures when you were that age. That was not
No,
normal.
we like it's just a talks. But my buddy took our hot teacher to prom.
What?
And like I can't imagine that being allowed today. But she was just like, "Yeah, I'm down."
Wait, what happened? Sorry, second.
My buddy took our hot teacher to prom.
What?
And
Fucking insane.
you met the buddy, you know him.
Yeah.
He's tall,
And
she was just like she came to prom. I don't know if she like sat at like the table with us, but like they took pictures. They
fucking
walked
like
in
that,
together.
like, twerking on
She
him.
danced. Like I don't remember how much.
It is crazy how much little shit like that. Like she was probably just like, it'll be fun.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. They didn't get like overtly sexual or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we were making sexual jokes the entire night.
I would imagine. Yeah,
my
that's inappropriate at any period of time, like any.
I think it was senior. Might have been junior
But
prom. I think it was senior prom. though.
right now. That would be.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not in 2022.
We had a teacher rumor that that she fucked one of the students, and I think it was true. And I think like we all used to kind of make jokes, and like she wouldn't like get in on them, but like loud enough like she could hear them. And I think it was just like she sucked that kid's dick.
Dude, I think
He
that's
was, like,
another
a
one
football
of those
player,
like,
and she was younger, and like not justifying it, but it was just like I think we just like knew it, and it was true, and nothing ever happened. It's kind of weird.
we had that, but it was with an older teacher, and it was like
As always,
like,
depends on if you're hot or not.
it
right?
was always she was mildly attractive old teacher, but like I almost think that's kind of one of the like almost like every school has that like urban legend where it's like, oh, that's a teacher who fucks everybody.
Right.
I don't think she ever fucked anyone, but it was always like, oh, you got a meeting with blank, like you better bring her up. Or, the only teacher I ever kissed was our lunch lady.
You kissed the lunch lady?
R.I.P. Betty. She just died, like in her 90s, and I mouth kissed her after graduation. She was
With tongue?
She was not with tongue. She was old as hell then, and she just died, so she lived another 15 years.
Where'd you like get off the stage? Got your diploma?
I went like into the cafeteria like afterwards, and like Betty was like, "Congratulations!" and I was like, I don't know. Somehow we just ended up mouth kissing.
What?
Was it like a mix-up or on purpose?
I think it was on like it wasn't. It was on purpose for her, and I think I was kind of just like, here it is.
All right, let's go with it.
Like,
Wow.
No tongue, no nothing. Like it wasn't, and it wasn't like long, but it was our mouths touched.
Man.
For some reason, I don't imagine the lunch lady being really that hot.
No.
Oh, I got a
Like
picture of her.
slopping potatoes onto people's plates.
Some more sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
You know we like them extra
You gotta
sloppy.
eat. You're a growing boy.
She was loud. She
I
was
think
loud.
the guidance counselor. So
No
that's all.
quiet lunch ladies.
Why do you have a picture of her?
Because she just died. We had an email about it. And my buddy sent me his.
lunch lady. No one sends me emails when my former teachers die.
We're not even talking about former teacher. We're talking about the
Lunch
lunch
lady.
lady.
Betty was a fucking staple at Portsmouth Abbey, dude.
This chick probably.
Betty was
I guess
the
he
shit.
went to like fancy boarding school, so like,
Oh,
I guess it's
that's
a little
why.
different. So she's more like a chef, probably not a lunch lady. Like my lunch ladies were like out on fucking bail or like are doing like community service to fucking
Yeah.
make sure they could get the ankle bracelet off.
Dude, my lunch ladies were nuns who boiled hot dogs. Something about that is just wrong.
Yeah, that gives me
We walk into the hall, it just smelled like boiled hot dogs. And there's truly nothing worse than the scent of hundreds of boiled hot dogs.
It's making me feel gross.
Like,
even though I would like crush a boiled hot dog right now, but like
no, I need it to be grilled.
grilled, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
Oh, no, I fuck a boiled dog. fuck it, but I fuck with
fuck
it.
boiled dogs.
Oh, speaking of urban legends, my elementary school girlfriend had her cousin break a frozen hot dog off in her pussy, which no way that actually happened, but like that was what we were told.
What?
Fucking her with a dog and
Yeah,
broke.
like it was like broken. That I mean, again, like we were in fourth grade. And
that doesn't seem like. I mean, you could do that.
She told me it. I wasn't there to inspect it. I don't know.
I bet if you fucked with a frozen hot dog, it would break.
I mean, you gotta be fucking hammering.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
I don't get
it. I think that would break pretty quickly. To be honest.
I don't get fucking foods. Like, you know how people are like, yeah, cucumbers, eggplant. I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna put a cucumber in my pussy when there's sex stores everywhere. I can buy a vibrator. There's Amazon. I can have a vibrator in 2 hours.
That I think was reserved for like a 13-year-old girl living in like a repressed household, and you're like,
in Ohio.
I just need something to fucking put in there, and like, oh look, there's a cucumber on the table.
But also, I don't get it until I scroll across the thumbnail of it. And I was like, check it out.
I'll watch you put anything.
Was that a zucchini?
Yeah,
I'll take a peek.
Foods, devices, whatever. You can put anything in.
I remember in high school somebody told me that, you know, those miniature baseball bats.
Yeah,
they fuck someone with one of those, and I was like, I never forgot it. It just stayed with me.
I watched a woman fuck herself with a full one.
A full baseball bat?
Belladonna, dude.
Yeah, she's a porn star.
Yeah, the porn. Yeah. I wasn't in the room. It was just I watched it on video.
That's crazy.
I fucked a girl with a lava lamp.
No.
What, dude?
No, but it wasn't hot, right? That would ruin your.
It was hot.
Dude, getting fucked with a lava lamp.
It was a mini one.
Okay.
But the mini ones are still bigger than my dick was. Like,
what? That's crazy.
That girl, like, I mean, it was like a like I Spy. It was like, look around the room. What are we gonna put in there? I was like, whatever. You got anything that's phallic shaped? It's going in. But yeah, that was wild.
A lava lamp?
A lava lamp is crazy town.
I'll never look at a lava lamp the
what if that
same.
breaks?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, those are fucking.
They're sturdy.
Yeah. That's like a glass. It'd be like if the whiskey bottle breaks. That was crazy. I was young too. I am really much the way I am because of that girl.
She was on board too. She's like, yeah, give me that lava lamp.
Her fucking idea.
I always had a fantasy about fucking in Hawaii.
Those from Hawaii?
Yeah,
lava.
I don't know if I could get wet for a lava lamp. That's just me.
Everyone's got their kinks, you know.
My ex-boyfriend brought a stripper to his prom.
What?
He went to like a strip place, saw like a 20-something, and was like, damn, she's hot. I want her to be my prom date. And then asked her to prom. She went with him. And then when I saw the photo, it was like a grown-ass woman and like a teenage boy. He got like so much street cred for bringing a stripper to prom.
And the school was cool with it?
School was cool.
Did they know? They just thought it was like a friend.
They thought it was just a lady.
Yeah, because I've gone to prom from like other schools, and like they don't know I'm not a stripper.
Yeah.
But well, they saw me and they were like, "That dude's not a stripper."
that guy, he looks bad naked in the mirror. That's fucking. I'm getting horned up over this episode. Jesus Christ, man. So this bitch is the podcast.
Mm-hmm, this bitch is the podcast.
And you've been doing stand-up for a while now?
I've been doing stand-up since 2010. So yeah.
That's
a while.
That's a while.
Shit right there.
And then I have a solo podcast called Shank. So I have my solo podcast and then my podcast.
I respect people who do the solo podcast. It's not easy.
Hell yeah.
It's hard.
No, it's
hard to
sometimes
talk.
I'm like, I'm just going to be talking by myself in my room.
But that's kind of what like people like about it. You know what I mean? As long as you're good enough at, like decent enough at it, and you're, because that's, I've found when I just start really talking is when I'm either being really weird or really insightful or really, you know, like when you just
yeah, during the pandemic,
forget about it. That's like a therapy session that's just happened to be recording.
Like, yeah. During the pandemic, I also went through a phase because I was so used to doing shows every night. So I felt like a mentally ill person just like at home, just like with my thoughts. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I started hula hooping on live stream. People were tipping me to hula hoop.
I was going to say, this is, you're on a,
one or two ways. I was living at my parents' hula hooping on live streams for cash. I'm not ashamed. A bitch did what she needed. I was like, yeah, give me $75. I'll hula hoop to that song for you. But then I was getting exhausted. Yeah. I was like, Rolling Stones? You want me to hula hoop to the Rolling Stones? I had an LED hula hoop. My parents were downstairs like, what are you doing up there?
Shut up, Mom!
You wouldn't understand.
Are you like really good at hula hoop?
Yeah, I'm really good at hula hoop.
So that's like...
Yeah, that's Puerto Rican. I think the hips.
Yeah, it would be very funny if you were just like, and it just like hits your ankles and you just try it again, and someone's sending you like $75 for that. How long can you hula hoop for?
A while.
Like, give me a ballpark.
Like an hour.
What?
If I'm like in shape.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's fucking exhausting. It's like a core workout.
Yeah. Because you really don't move that much, right?
It's
just like you just
in your
kind of flex,
hips.
but it's like you're flex.
Yeah, but I had a light up LED hula hoop. I was into it for a second.
You're every night you're on Amazon looking for
doing it like. Was it like? Were people tipping you just like horny dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was of course.
The only people who spend money on the internet.
It was just women. Women supporting women.
Go girl, keep going. 2 hours. Let's see how long she can go.
Go off, queen. Slay.
How much did you end up making total? Do you know?
I think like 200 because I got tired and I was like, this is getting weird. This feels very manic. I was like, it might be time to get a trampoline. Then I got a trampoline. It was crazy.
Did you tramp online?
I tramped online for a minute, but I was
Lady and the Tramp. Let's go. It'd be perfect.
I was really nervous about hurting myself on the trampoline. Yeah. The trampoline, I would like fly off, and then
was it like did it have like the little handle thingy and you're jumping on it? Or like?
No, it was like a little workout trampoline.
Yeah.
I DM'd some company. I was like, listen, I need a trampoline. I'm not gonna drop $300 on a trampoline, but I'll post for you on the trampoline. So for like a week, I was doing the trampoline. And it was great. But then my parents called me last week. They said, hey, we're cleaning out the house. Can we get rid of this trampoline? I said, yeah.
It reminds me of a dark time.
Actually, can
you can get rid of it. That's okay. That's fucking
dark manic time.
It is crazy though that I guess everybody makes a lot of money in weird ways, but girls specifically can be like, all right, I don't know, I'm a hula hoop on camera tonight and make a couple $100.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't do that, you know?
But a little part of you does die inside.
I'm sure.
You're like, there's other ways to make money.
Chipotle's hiring, I think. I could cut up a carne asada.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just... It's like, who cares, though? Whatever.
It doesn't... I mean, like...
You get over a little bit of stigma and you make some cash, whatever.
Oh, yeah, here's the thing. It was fun. While it lasted, I'll never go back to hula hooping for cash. I'll do it for fun on my own time when I feel like doing it.
I'll pay myself.
Yeah.
With memories.
I'll never go back.
Exactly. Well,
before I put me in a body bag before I go back to doing hula hoop for cash, man.
Because the LED hula hoops are kind of expensive. So when the pandemic started, I DM'd this guy on Etsy. I was like, hey, can I get a pandemic hoop discount? He said yeah. He gave me 40% off.
Wow. How much is a hula hoop LED hula hoop?
It was like
cost?
100 and something, but I knew that I wasn't going to be working.
Yeah,
so I was like, let me see if I can get a discount because the world's shutting down. We thought it was only going to be 2 weeks. I'm like, it's fine. I'll just hula hoop for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. That shit is that's probably not a... Like, a lot of the comics we came through were like very established and rich or whatever, and they were talking about like, oh, you know, it was hard to not go up there. It's like, fuck you. You basically got like, you know,
you're fine.
You got like a long vacation. Like, imagine it was a scary time when, you know, you're...
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
You're not listening? I was hula hooping for cash.
The only way to make... Hey, yeah, again. Hula hooping. No, I mean, the only way to make money was through doing my podcast. It was before Kim and I had our podcast together, so that's what I mostly focused on. But I couldn't even get guests. I was in that house just talking.
Yeah.
In my
you would have thought it was like
house.
the easy time to get guests.
Everyone else is home, yeah.
Everyone was like, no, I'm doing my podcast to live too.
Everyone else was also scared because it was like people were dropping. You know what I mean? It was a different part of the pandemic. People were dropping like flies. Like, I'm not coming over to do your fucking podcast, bitch. You have less than 100,000 followers. Are you crazy?
Every TV channel just had the death count in the corner.
Yeah, like,
moving around like the DVD symbol, just always bouncing
like,
down.
You want to come over and I'm good.
That would be a tough way to go. Like, how'd you get it? How'd you die? Well, I was going to do Shank. You know?
Shank. Got shanked on Shank.
Dude, when it first started, and I was still living in New York, I ended up moving home eventually for a bit, and like I remember like I didn't have masks. It was like when masks it was like no one had masks at the time, and like
shout out to Dr. Oz. Remember he predicted that?
He predicted it was not going to be bad.
No, but he predicted. He said if it ever is bad, the main problem will be like a shortage of masks and shit.
Oh,
and then we
really?
ran into that issue. I remember like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, aren't you on Oprah? Like,
By the way, did you see his thing where
he's like running for president, isn't he?
He's running for senator of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But it just...
The world is crazy.
He introduced me to chia seeds. Never heard of them before, Dr. Oz.
And what does that do for you?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He was talking
what's it supposed to do for you?
He was talking a big game about these chia seeds, and then I looked into it. I tasted a chia seed. I said, I'm good. Listen, Dr.
He's probably
Oz.
involved in big chia. He's got stock in chia seeds.
I used to do I used to work out a lot, and like when I was in like college, after college, and I would drink these like smoothies, milkshakes, and I would dump chia seeds in them, and I drank
like
one.
chia pet type. Is that the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
I think that if you let the seeds grow, it would look like a chia pet.
Oh yeah. I guess the chia pet is really based on the shape of it.
I love a chia pet. I'm gonna be honest. In 7th grade, which is too old to do this, I found a chia pet at a garage sale. I brought it to my teacher and I said, "Can this be the class pet?" And she said, "Yes."
You are entirely too old to be doing that.
Yeah. That's why I'm a comic now.
Crazy.
Something went
That
wrong.
teacher was like, I don't know, that weird Jewish Puerto Rican girl. That weird Puerto Rican Jew Irish doesn't have any friends, so I'll let you be the fucking chia pet of the room.
She was insane though. She told us that in an emergency we could baptize our friends with Orange Crush soda.
So they could like go to heaven.
So they what kind of emergency are we talking about where you start giving somebody...
Get the crush out.
Yeah.
The plane's going down. Get the orange soda. We got to make sure we all get it to heaven.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I think my 7th grade friend is having a heart attack. Might as well baptize him.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm Jewish. I already did my Jewish stuff. It's like, no, you come with us.
Gotta get that original sin off you.
The fact that it's just like you're automatically born with sin. You have to go to church right away to wash it off. Oh, and by the way, give me like $20 every week. You fucking rats. I hate the Catholic Church. Such skunks.
I only like the stained glass.
Beautiful.
I'm in it for the stained glass.
The church, the architecture, all that shit, that's beautiful. The rest of it, the Jews do death real good. You are fucking in the box, in the dirt, game over real fast.
Real fast,
they
don't let it sit around.
You have to get
what about Shiva though? That's a whole goddamn week.
That part sucks, but like hanging out with the dead body for like 96 hours like we do. You are.
I like it.
I think you have to be.
No, you like hanging?
I think it's funny.
Nothing worse to me than seeing a dead body.
Oh, I couldn't care less.
What weirds me
I don't want to see it in a morgue, but when it's got a nice presentation,
it never has a nice presentation because the person who's doing the hair and makeup doesn't know how they normally do their hair and makeup. And
they get a picture. They get a picture.
No, I don't know. I've seen.
They get a picture. Before that person was like ravaged by a disease or a bus. Like it's hard to make you look like that after you've been trampled by a car or something.
Yeah.
I think
I've seen some good bodies. I'm like, you're looking freaking pretty tasty.
Jeffrey Dahmer over here. Are you a true crime freak?
No. Okay. I'm a pussy when it comes to murder. I don't dabble in murder.
We need more of that.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not an insane bitch
me.
in that way. Like, I'll bring a chia pet and pretend it's a real animal. But besides that, no, I'm not into murder.
Are you a snooper? Do you go through your boyfriend's phone?
Yeah. That's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's...
okay, and it's to the point where my ex-boyfriend, he pulled out his phone, and one day I couldn't help it. It was just like, the second it came out,
yeah.
He's like, you're always looking at my phone. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not looking at your phone. Why would I totally trust you. I'm not looking at your phone at all. That type of
I just saw TikTok go viral that your Alexa has like a saved log of all the times you've talked to it and shit. So like she's like screen recorded it, and it was like the boyfriend and his side chick being like, Alexa, volume up. Alexa, play this song. Alexa, play that song. And
does it say like female voice, male voice?
No,
like...
it's recorded.
Alexa's a narc.
Alexa's a fucking snitch,
dude. I've always been anti-Alexa. I've been anti any of that shit in your house. I do not like that stuff. I do not have that stuff in my house.
Because of like the government's listening, or just because
it's just like
that,
a bit of both.
Like I will never use the cloud ever again. Like no matter how convenient it is, or if like
why
I got burned with fucking the cloud saving passwords and logging in and all this shit. I was like,
fuck.
I'll just never need to be
burnt by the cloud.
Yeah. Got me, bitch.
dated someone who had like a Google in his kitchen. So anytime I needed anything, I'd be like, hey, Google, set timer. And then when we broke up, I went back to my house where I didn't have that. And I remember it was a sad day. I was like, hey, Google, nothing happened. I was in the...
Alexa chimes in, Google's not here, you single bitch.
yeah. That was the vibe for sure. I was like, oh, nothing more lonely than talking to a Google that's not there.
Your stove's like, shut up.
Hey, Google, set
you
timer.
You got dumped.
yeah.
This girl, I want to see, because I love when people go viral on TikTok, and then they put up, like, she put up another one that was like, it said, like, do you want part 2? And it was just her making faces, like,
No.
And I was like, yes, I do. Tell me. But it was funny because she then showed the, she went private. That bitch. You can't go, like, viral and then go private. You know? I want to see the fucking, she sent a screenshot. She sent a text message. She posted the screenshot. Texted him with, like, a screen recording. And he was, like, dead to rights, you know? And he was trying to desperately spin it. Like, so it sounded like they were in bed together. They were dating. They went to sleep. She found out that, like, through the Alexa, and then left, like, went to her mom's house or whatever, being like, I'm out of here. He woke up and was like, where is my girlfriend? So he tried to spin it as you left the apartment and you were cheating on me. And he was like, I can't believe it.
Bold attempt.
Yeah, like he was like,
yeah.
He was like, I swear. And it was British too, so it was like using all these words and like funny slang and shit. But he was like, you're a cheat. And she was like, are you really trying to do this right now? I've got all the receipts right here. But you can't be like, do you want to see part 2 and then go fucking?
Dude, that's like one of my
power move, kind of. You want to see part 2 on private? You gotta friend me.
I was gonna say I might follow. You know what? Follow.
Some people do that as like a move. Yeah. To get more followers.
Yeah, I did that for a little while on Instagram, and I was like, "This is such a pain in my goddamn."
It's too annoying to set it as private than back.
I'd rather just not have followers.
Just stay public.
Yeah, like approve.
Yeah, no.
Brutal.
But I had a friend of a friend. I went to go visit a college, like, just for the weekend, and I met this kid who was my buddy's roommate, and he pulled one of those, like, you try and blame her moves.
Yeah.
Where she was studying abroad, and she came in Australia, I think. And she came home. They hooked up. She had gonorrhea.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he's like, I've been fucking girls with gonorrhea. But to her.
How did this happen? Well, you fucked girls with gonorrhea.
To her, he was like, you fucking cheated on me in Australia, blah, blah, blah. And then
he
gaslit her. She was like, you're right, I did.
No!
And then he's like, I knew it.
No!
And then he got out. And then got a Z-Pack, and then just done.
And the relationship's over.
Relationship was over. I think eventually, because he was just telling me the story. It wasn't like a thing that just happened. It had happened like either years before or months before or whatever. And I think he ended up like coming clean and being like, just so you know, like, I also cheated on you. Who knows where the gonorrhea came from?
Why would you admit it?
Because that girl, I mean, that girl, I know it was you, and then just flip it on you, and you're still in trouble.
But like a long distance relationship, someone's gonna catch an STD.
Yeah, right. It's just what you're signing up for.
Yeah,
you know, like it is what it is. That is great though.
Yeah.
To like that's a bluff in poker, and, you know, like you won the hand.
Like, you're right, I did cheat. What? Wait.
I wouldn't even be able to play it cool. I would have been like,
holy shit. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. You cheated on me? What the fuck? That's like, oh my God. That's like a dream right there. It worked. It fucking worked. All right. So you got the 2 podcasts.
Yeah,
and
I got
are
the 2
you
podcasts.
touring or doing any dates or anything anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Austin. We're doing This Bitch Live at the beginning of January. I believe it's January 7th. So that look out for that. And we're doing a stand-up show. It's Vulcan Gas Co. in Austin. So that and then I'll have more dates on my Instagram at Princess Shank, and I also have a Patreon for bonus content.
Awesome. Just go see the hula hooping.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. So much fun.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be faster. That's it.